welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. It is chilly this morning up in Michigan, and I'm just across the Ohio-Michigan border up here in Michigan. We got about an hour left to drive to make our delivery. We got a 9 a.m. appointment. It's 6:30, so we're gonna get there a little bit early. Get there a little early and just see if they'll take us a little early. I hear that this place takes a little while to unload you, so I want to give them every opportunity to get me out of there in time to make my pickup. I got to make it another 70 miles north of that into Michigan to Imlay City to make my pickup today by 3 p.m. I have a pickup window between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. up there, so as long as I can get up there by 3 p.m., I'll get loaded this afternoon, and then we can start heading towards the house. That load that we're picking up today up in Michigan is going to take us down to Tennessee to Smyrna, so right by the house. So that's the plan. It is cold out here. It's 38 degrees. I think it dropped even a couple more degrees since I last looked, so it might be like 36 degrees. I don't know. It's chilly. It's chilly. It's hoodie weather. Hoodie weather! All right, I got to get back in the truck and get warm. The engine is warmed up. We're ready to rock and roll. You guys roll the music.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd grows so loud he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now, everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, blow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. All right, yeah, we're gonna be going by Detroit today. First time I've been up in Michigan, and I think I said it in yesterday's video. We could take. There's a couple different routes I could take to get to this delivery, and one of them would include me going a few miles on 8 Mile Road. So, of course, 8 Mile Road. There's an 8 Mile Road in Stockton, California, and that made me think of Eminem sometimes. But then it was like, you know, synonymous with Stockton. You know, that's the Stockton 8 Mile. But then you come over here to Detroit, the D, and it, you know, then you're like, oh, this is the real 8 Mile Road that Eminem was rapping about. You know, because if you know, you know. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those nerdy white guys that started listening to rap when I was a kid, and then this white rapper came out, and I was like, oh snap, this is the best rapper that's ever rapped, and he's white. That's crazy. But I mean, he's a terrible person, right? So I don't endorse him at all, but there's an appreciation there, right? Appreciation. Gotta appreciate. Game recognized game, you know? Oh my goodness. Alright. I just gotta wait for this this highway I'm on right here to clear up from both directions, and then we'll go. It looks like we got a spot right here, right now. Let's go. All right. I'll catch up with you guys. The sun's coming up. I'll catch up with you guys when we get a little closer to our destination. We're just gonna hop right here on this 23, Highway 23 North, and we gotta go around a couple of roundabouts to get there. It's kind of dumb. I hate it when there's truck stops and then they put roundabouts at intersections where there's truck stops. It's like, man, you guys really know how to mess with this, don't you? All right. I have to keep talking while I get through this roundabout. That one wasn't too bad. They almost made that one big enough for trucks. All right, now I'm gonna cut the video off, and I'm gonna turn on the fast motion, because look at that, sunrise is gonna start coming up over that horizon pretty soon. So, all right, I'll catch up with you guys down the road. Let's go. They said they forgot to flip the sign for the one that says receiving is closed. So they are open. It is just before 7 o'clock. I mean 8 o'clock. It's 7:55. So we will come over here and we'll, she said, back in against the fence, and then or just do what this guy did and just pull up, pop out, made it look sexy. All right, I should just pull up right here and block them both in. Oh, I thought that's what we were doing. I thought that's what we were doing. All right, I should have grabbed my sunglasses. Holy cow! All right, we're going to door 47. We got a door. We're gonna go open our doors, break the seal, back it in. They kept my paperwork, and now I'm just gonna go and get into the door early. I like it. We got a door, we got a door, we got a door today. Hey, hey. All right, we got it in the dock. Took me a little bit longer than I think it should have, but you know, whatever. There's a couple trailers directly in front of me. All the other spots, all the other docks have open spots in front of them. There's no trailers in front of them, so they have tons of room to almost get like straight before they back up, because they're kind of narrow docks right here. Not like the most narrow I've ever seen. Not like the ones I did over in Gonzales at one time, where it was like, you know, door to door, or like the one in LA where you had to back in off the street and you were just, oh man, that one was crazy. It's not like that, but it's still pretty tight. And with the doors open, you know, you lose like a foot of space, because it's like 6 inches on each side that the doors are open. So I took my time. I remember when I was first learning how to drive van, and I did it for like 6 months, and by like, I don't know, a month in, I felt like I could just whip it into any spot I wanted to. And I was in a Freightliner Cascadia. No, but then I switched into a Peterbilt 386, which has a narrower cab, kind of like a 389. They're just an aero truck, but it still has a little bit of a narrower cab compared to like a Cascadia that has a little more room. And because I was thinking maybe it's like that when you're set in the way you are in a Peterbilt, your angle on your mirrors isn't as good. You know, they stick out a little further. It's a little harder to see. But I don't think it's that, man. It's something else. I don't know if it's maybe, I mean, this truck's slightly longer at 260-inch wheelbase. Maybe that's it. I mean, the one I drove couldn't have been like too much shorter than like a 240 or something. Like it wasn't like, you know, a day cab. It was a sleeper truck.
But anyway, so I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just because I own the equipment now. But it takes me a while to get into difficult docks. You know, I got the trailers in front of me, and then I had those yellow K-rail over there, so I couldn't quite like get the angle I would have preferred to get in here. So I kind of backed the trailer up and then pulled forward, and then backed the trailer up and then pulled forward and then backed the trailer up, and I tried to get it to where I wouldn't hit this guy's mirror and where I could kind of spin it in there. I probably had it in on my after my second try, but I think, I don't know, I just got nervous because I still had to spin it a little more, and I was pretty close to this guy, and I think if I would have kept backing up, it would have just spun in perfect. But I didn't like how close I was to his trailer at that time, so I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna pull forward and get back, and then I was able to get it in. So anyway, it took me like 3 tries, but that's just the way it is these days, man. I'm not as confident as I once was. Maybe I was just young and dumb, and I was just overconfident, and now I'm just a little wiser, you know. Maybe that's all it is. Got a few more gray hairs, getting me some wisdom in here, some wisdom in this noggin. All right, hopefully they get me done in time to go make my pickup. I'll catch up with you guys once we get the heck out of here, once they unload me. Yeah, that's when we'll catch up. See you then. You can leave now. Go ahead. Slide that thing over. Slide, or is it this way? Slide, I don't know. Slide. Oh snap, we've been in the dock for like 2.5+ hours. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and they're finally starting to unload me. We might make it to our appointment this afternoon. We might. We just gotta leave here by like 1:30. So fingers crossed that they can get me unloaded in the next 2 hours and 45 minutes. You never know. I mean, I think they'll get me unloaded in that time, but will I get my paperwork? Good question. Good question. We'll see. All right, we got our stinking paperwork, and we're ready to get the heck out of here. It's just about 12:30, so we should get to our pickup about 2 p.m. So we got an hour of wiggle room. I like it. We're gonna roll through Flint, Michigan. There's a way we could go kind of into Detroit, and it'd be like 11 less miles, but it'd be a lot longer. So we're gonna go ahead and just go stay on interstates, or at least Highway 23 up to we're gonna take Highway 23 up to Interstate 69, which we were on yesterday, but now we're gonna get back on it and take that out to Imlay City. So that's the plan. Hopefully everything goes smooth on this drive and we get there before the cutoff. Holy cow, man. With all the wood that Capstone left on the ground, I think I could build a whole other pallet. No, not just another pallet. I could build myself like a tree fort, like a 2-story tree fort with like staircases and a loft and all kinds of stuff. I got lumber. I got like probably $10,000 worth of lumber sitting in that truck right now. It's just all splintered up. You gotta build it yourself. You gotta turn it into plywood. But come on now, we got some wood. All right. It's always weird when the address takes you down a dirt road that says no outlet. But I looked at it on the map. There is some places out here to turn around and back in the farm. So if they gave me the wrong address, oh, there's a reefer trailer right there by those greenhouses. So anyway, we'll come down this road and we'll see. It's pretty well packed. Oh, look at, there's some cabbage coming out of the field right now. That's what we're coming to pick up. Cabbage. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the actual place that we're supposed to go.
Ooh, I see the back doors of a 53-foot trailer down there. All right. All right, all right, all right. This isn't so bad. Think we'll be okay out here. I hope. There's a couple reefer trailers right there. Let me I saw that trailer way up there. Oh, you guys, I can't zoom in on this one. But anyway, there's a trailer way up there, but it looks like a dry van trailer. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here and see if I can figure out where I'm supposed to go, because there's a reefer trailer right to my left, a reefer truck. All right, they said come down here. You might come back to get loaded, but got to check in down here first. So I said, all right, sounds good to me. We'll come down here, we'll get checked in, and then we'll see about where they want us. Where do they want us? Oh yeah, there's a sign right here. It says trucks stop right here. I told the guy, I said, I appreciate you giving me directions. I just saw these guys parked right here, and I didn't want to go down too far down the road and not be able to, not be able to get back over here or something. And he goes, yeah, no, you might come back, but you got to check in over there. I was like, all right, will do. So, let's go get checked in, and we'll see how long this takes. Okay, we are we're just waiting on them to come tell us to back into a dock. So we should be getting in here and out of here pretty quick. Seems like, that's my guess. All right, you guys, this is full service. He's in there right now with the blower, blowing out the wood chips that I couldn't get out. Well, I have my blower, but I wanted to make it here on time, so I just got all the big chunks. But he's in there getting it nice and perfect. So I appreciate it. Full service over here, bro. Full service. All right, I just went in there, and the broker wanted me to take a picture of the pulp temperature of the produce before they load it. And so I went in and asked them, hey, can we take the temperature of the pulp? Took some pictures, sent it off to the broker. The guy said, man, you're dealing with the only broker that requires that. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. It's a good idea to do it anyway, because in some situations, like with outdoor docks and stuff, I mean, if they put produce that's been sitting out in the sun all day, that they harvested in the morning, and then it sits outside, and then it gets like, if it gets really warm, your trailer's not built to cool stuff down. Reefer trailers aren't built to cool stuff down. They're built to hold temperature. I learned that from Cash is King. There you go. Cash taught me that a while back. They're not built to cool things down. They're built to hold temperature. Come on. Damn it, boy. Anyway, I got to get a better Cash is King impersonation going, because that wasn't very good. But anyway, so you got to make sure stuff is cooled down before it gets in your trailer, because if they load warm stuff and then it wilts or it goes bad before you get to your delivery, they reject it. They could blame you. You can print out your report from your reefer saying, look, it held temperature the whole time, it's not my fault. But it's added protection saying, hey, this stuff was cold from the beginning, and now it's going to be cold when I deliver it. It's all good. So that was that's kind of, sorry, he's texting me right now, so I'm getting distracted because I'm reading his text. The broker, he said he needs 4 photos, and I'm like, uh-oh, I better find out what photos I need to take before they finish loading me here. But anyway, so yeah, you always need to make sure the product is cooled. If it's warm, I would probably say don't put it on the truck unless the receiver says it's okay. Put it on the truck. We're gonna receive it no matter what, because I've just heard of guys. This produce is kind of like one of those things where you hear a lot of horror stories in reefer. You hear about all the long wait times, and then you hear about these horror stories of getting rejected and getting, I don't know who that guy was. He was just driving by in the pickup and he saw me talking to myself, and then he's just like, he waved. He's like, you're talking to someone? I don't know who you're talking to, but anyway, yeah, you hear horror stories of these guys, you know, you get a load, you drive it across country, Walmart gets it, and they say, it looks wilted, we don't want it. And then you gotta go take it to a food bank. You get delayed by like a day, 2 days trying to deal with this load, and then you're trying to get paid by the broker, and then the broker's like, hey, they rejected it, you know, you didn't do your job. So then you gotta get your printout that shows you did your job and all that kind of stuff. So it's a layer of protection for the shipper primarily, and then it's a layer of protection for us that we know they're not putting hot product on the truck. We're just, you know, it's cooled, it's chilled, we're good to go. So we just need the thing to get loaded up, and then we'll get the heck out of here, man. I think we're gonna be out of here pretty quick though. I mean, they're rocking and rolling the trailer. I think they're ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, I'm ready. All right, it is 3 o'clock, and yeah, we're loaded up, man. Loaded up. So he asked me to go ahead and pull out of the dock so that he can seal me up. So I'm gonna pull up right here, and then make sure that I gotta take pictures. What the broker wants is pictures of the load locks in place of the load, the door sealed, and then the bill of ladings and the temperature on the unit. So I'm gonna get all that stuff, all the pictures taken of that, and then we'll get the heck out of here, man. Should be quick. All right, and just like that, we are loaded up, man. Holy cow, that was quick. I'm telling you, all those horror stories about these produce coolers and produce pickers, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think you guys were telling the truth. So I got in and I got out. Now, we'll see what happens on the other end. The other end is whatchamacallit. The other end of the delivery is at Taylor Farms. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted while I'm talking. It's a terrible video, but we got to go to Taylor Farms in Smyrna, Tennessee to make a delivery. I've made a delivery there once before. But anyway. You guys see that? Was that 379 in front of us? Not bad. I gotta take one more picture for this broker. Alright, we sent the final picture. And now, I was looking at this guy's trailer more than his truck though. The truck's a little beat up. It's seen better days. This trailer is black. It's kind of got these little interesting designs on the side, but black trailer with a black Thermo King unit. Oh, it's got a roll-up door. It looks like a 48. Looks kind of short. All right, not as cool as I would have hoped, you know, but not everything can be top-notch, you know. Sometimes you just gotta be as cool as you can be. I mean, that's my philosophy on this truck and trailer that I got. It's not show quality. It's just as cool as I can do it right now. As cool as I can make it with the money and the time and energy that I have now. Maybe in the future I'll get a cooler truck, but for now this is cool enough, man. This is cool enough. This So maybe that guy, maybe that's cool enough for him, because that's a pretty cool 379 with, you know, paint match reefer unit on the black trailer. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna get down the road. I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll just see how far I get, but I'm thinking I might go to Beaver Dam, Ohio, and stop over there at the Flying J over there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my best bet. Going down what, 75 right there, going down 75, and yeah, that's my plan. We'll see. If as it is, that's like just a few hours down the road. So what, it would be like 6:30 when I get there. So that's about stopping time. I have more drive time than that, but then I'd just be kind of getting into like Dayton and Cincinnati, and then down into Kentucky, and I don't have enough time to get home tonight, so I might as well just, you know, find a nice comfortable spot to call it a night, and then we'll get home tomorrow, just like we would if we you know, just like we would otherwise. So all right, we're gonna get on our way. It looks like my phone is overheating, so I'm gonna take it out of the sun right now and put it in the air conditioning, because it's not that hot out, but it's just the you know, it's just the sun's beating right on it. So who knows, this recording may not have even finished before it got too hot, so we'll see. But yeah, catch up with you guys down the road. We're into Ohio now, down here in Ohio. We got about 55 miles to go to meet the Beaver Dam, Ohio, folks. Hey, before we get too far out of Minnesota, I just wanted to say something, all right? Because I thought something was really funny, and you tell me if you think it's funny. I'm gonna have to search the internet to find a picture, because I couldn't find a picture when I started searching. Or once from the time I saw it, I couldn't get any on video. But the state troopers have this like huge red light on top of their SUVs, right? Like they got like a Chevy Tahoe, but the red light is just like exaggeratedly big. Like it looks like the Tahoe is wearing one of those Shriners hats or something, like an Aladdin hat or something. I don't know. That's what it. Is that funny? Because I saw a couple of them and I just thought it was really funny. I was just sitting here laughing by myself in my truck, and then I was like, man, I got my camera ready, and I was like, next time I see one, I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna talk about it. But then I didn't see one all the way down here into Ohio, so now I don't think I'll see one, being that they're Michigan state troopers. But anyway, hopefully I can find a picture of it on the internet that I could insert during this little rant, this little monologue. But if not, you'll have to go look them up yourself, or just take a drive to Michigan and check it out. That was my first time being in Michigan. I heard the roads sucked. That was true. That was true. There was a lot of construction though, so they should be getting better, right, at some point. But yeah, kind of felt like the rest of the country. Really bad roads and a lot of construction. And can't get better roads without construction. I know that. I understand that concept. But somehow we have these huge construction projects, and then you get done with them, and you don't really feel like the road's any better, or I don't know. It's like, what did they do? What did they spend their whole time? Man, that Sprinter van just cut that truck off. Shoo! That van almost sideswiped me earlier. I don't think they're paying attention. Anyway, all right, let's get on down the road. I'll catch up with you guys when we get down to Beaver Dam, Ohio. All right, sounds good. Let's go. All right, already we'll all flow. float on, oh, don't you worry, we'll all float on, alright. Alright, sorry guys, I was singing along, and then I had to start the video, but the song wasn't over. So, this is where we're gonna stop. What's funny is, the times I've stopped here, I was on Highway 30. So I've never come from I-75. This is I was like, it didn't look very familiar. I'm like, wait a second, am I confused? And it's like, nah, I just haven't hit it from this direction before. But this is the one. Shoot. Maybe I'll park away from. That is a step deck. There's a reefer, but then there's a step deck next to him, and I don't like being next to people. Although my reefer isn't super loud, especially when it's just idling. You know, maintaining 30 something degrees. 38 degrees or 34 degrees. I'm sorry. It doesn't. All it needs to do is idle, especially since it's probably going to get down into the 40s again tonight. Like, it really doesn't even need to be on, but it just it's produce, so it needs the air circulating. But I'll park a couple spots down just because it is going to be idling. But I've heard some guys, their APUs are louder than my reefer. Those things are screaming like banshees all night long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, you gotta tighten some bolts on that thing or get a new belt, or I don't know. That thing is rattling and chimmy bang banging. I don't know. It was keeping me awake though. I was like, how is the reefer driver getting kept awake by the APU behind him? Like, that's weird. That ain't normal. All right, getting stuff set up here to edit my video and call it a night. So this is where we're gonna cut the video off. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you guys, and I forget what it is, but I remembered it when I was in the shower, and I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Oh, I remember. American Logistics. I'm naming them now. That is the broker that had me on that Texas load and is trying to they didn't want to pay me too much layover. They messed up the appointment time. The actual appointment time was 30 plus hours later than what they had put on their rate confirmation. They're trying to give me $300, and then they haven't even given me that yet, nor have they reimbursed my lumper fee. So they owe me $500 at least, according to what they said, their contract, all that stuff. They owe me $500, and they haven't. They're like dodging me. I've emailed the lady twice. I've called, nothing. So I'm gonna email that or text that one lady's direct phone line and get her to talk to her boss, who's the one who needs to issue me the new rate confirmation. But yeah, American Logistics, man, I won't ever deal with them ever again. There's a bunch of companies that are like American Logistics this, American Logistics that, but I should tell you guys what their MC number is. I forget it, and I really don't want to look it up. But I believe it's one, and I don't know why it's always like this with brokerages, but like on DAT, I believe they came up as Smyrna, Georgia. I think I'm like 75% sure it said Smyrna, Georgia. But then on when I looked them up on my factoring company, it said something about Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga. So yeah, that's them. So don't do business with them if you want to, not sit around for 75 hours and get paid. I mean, how much is that per hour? $300 divided by 75. What is that per hour? I don't even know. But that's how much you're going to get paid per hour if you work for them. So I don't usually put people on blast for a couple reasons. One is I don't really it's not that worth it to me. Another reason is like
I don't know all the rules and regulations for like libel lawsuits and all that bull crap, but to be honest, I don't care. Like, I'm vlogging my day, they're part of my day, and the fact that they're screwing me over is just like, it's just who they are. So I mean, it's not a defamation or character assassination or anything like that. Like, maybe they should just be better, and then I wouldn't have to make videos. But anyway, that's it. This is where we're gonna cut the video off. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing tonight because I have a lot of footage. I intended this outro to even be quicker than it was, but you guys know me. I like to talk. That's actually why I forgot to do an outro earlier. The guy in the step deck, he's from Tennessee, and he likes to talk too. So you got both of us together. It was hard to pry us apart from one another, and he had to go eat dinner, and I needed to go take my shower. And so then I was in the shower, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to record an outro. Oh yeah, I should talk to them about American Logistics. Oh yeah, I'm still getting screwed over by those people. So I submitted the invoice to my factoring company just as it was, just the regular rate that I charged to go out there. No detention, no layover, not even my reimbursement for because my factoring company needs it on the rate confirmation for them to factor it. So if American Logistics doesn't give me a new rate confirmation by the end of this week, we'll turn up the heat on them. You can file against which I've never done before, but you can file against broker's bond and get paid that way. I would actually just send it to a friend of mine who will collect for me, and she'll make the phone calls for me, and she will get it done. That's how she collected on one that I had written it off already. I thought there's no way I was going to collect on it, and like a year later she got me paid. So I'll send it to my friend and let her I'll sick the pit bull on him and let her go to work for that $500, because man, with rates the way they are, with the way that they held the truck up over the weekend, with the way fuel prices are, I need all the $500 I can get. You know, that's not some small amount of money. It's a big chunk. It's a big chunk of money right there. So, yeah, got to get that. Got to get that. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I'm sorry. All right, love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next one.
Boom, boom, pow, them chickens junking my style. They tried to copy my swagger, I'm on that next. Now you got 2000 and late, you so 2000.